Rec League Podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on the Anchor app, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 2 available now. Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram, or YouTube itself. What up, world? So I just watched Mile 22. It stars Mark Wahlberg, Lauren Cohan, Ronda Rousey, John Malkovich, Iko Uwais. I hope that's how you say his name. Carlo Alban, and it is directed by Peter Berg, who Peter Berg has directed practically everything I'm sitting in front of. Very Bad Things, The Rundown, Friday Night Lights, The Kingdom, Hancock, Battleship, Lone Survivor, Deepwater Horizon, Patriots Day, and now Mile 22. If you want to get a shout out in my review of the Happy Time Murders, stay tuned to the end of the video to figure out how you can do that. Mark Wahlberg, Lauren Cohan, Ronda Rousey, among others, are an elite task force who have to transport an asset from one destination to the next, from A to B, and they just have to deal with all the hurdles that come with protecting and transporting and getting the job done. Let me start off by saying I have never seen a Peter Berg movie that I was not entertained by. I think Battleship is his only movie I haven't seen. And I mean, I've been entertained by every Transformers movie except the most recent one. That joint was boring. But Battleship looked like Transformers in the water. Directed by a better director, I'm sure that I will find some enjoyment in Battleship too. And I've seen Mile 22 getting just maligned among critics, and I don't see what they were mad about, disappointed in, thought could be better. And I also saw a couple reviews that were talking about how much this movie took from other movies. And in the moment, while watching it in the theater, that's just not something that I noticed. Like, I'm enjoying what's on screen in front of me. And, like, unless it's, like, as blatantly obvious as Den of Thieves and Heat, because those were practically the same movie, they're just not things that I catch. I don't know, that's just not a part of the reviewer in me. I don't notice it until it's, like, mentioned in my face, you know what I mean? Hey, this happened just like in this other movie. And I saw another review that said Mark Wahlberg basically plays himself. No, man, Mark Wahlberg plays a character that I haven't seen him play in 12 years at least. Mark Wahlberg plays this dude who is mentally unstable. He has this character tick, but he brings this like arrogant, cocky aggression to this role, and it's a side of Mark Wahlberg. It's a character that he's played that I haven't seen since The Departed. He was just fly off the cuff, cocky, call you a bitch right to your face, and then slap the shit out your mom in The Departed. And he'll do even worse in this movie because, I mean, he was a cop in The Departed. In Mile 22, he doesn't exist, right? And like he's being an asshole, but he's funny, and like I said, I was entertained throughout, and most of that entertainment came from Mark Wahlberg. The combat scenes, the fight scenes. There's a fight scene toward the end of the first act that is phenomenal on some Jackie Chan type stuff. Car chases, shootouts, combat scenes that I thought were all choreographed and shot really well. Lauren Cohan from The Walking Dead is one of the more interesting characters. She has like personal struggle going on, but due to her job, like it's nothing she could do about it. I thought I was gonna like loathe Ronda Rousey in this movie. I didn't, and it was she had like a real memorable scene too. So like props for that. Like I'm telling y'all, like Peter Berg doesn't make bad movies. and he actually cameos. Like if you pay attention, I think you can find Peter Berg in like each one of his movies except for maybe like Very Bad Things in the Rundown when he was still getting his feet wet. But man, like there's nothing I really disliked about this movie. I'm telling you, like I was entertained throughout. It ends really abrupt, low key. Like the ending comes out of nowhere, so maybe it was like see you in the sequel, guys. Peace. So with all that being said, man, I will say that in my opinion, Mile 22 is dope, man. One of my favorite action movies of the year, man. Straightforward action. This is one of my favorite all year. I mean, cause not counting superhero movies. What else is there, man? Mission Impossible, The Equalizer, Skyscraper. So if you've seen Mile 22, what did you think about it, man? Positive, negative, somewhere in between, man. Let me know. If you want that shout out in my review of the Happy Time Murders, within $2 million, man, higher or lower? How much will Mile 22 make opening weekend? Be the first, be the closest. Get your guesses in by noon Central Time, and you get shouted. You seen my commercial at the beginning, man. Please, I'm 2 episodes in. Check out the Rec League podcast. It's been a lot of fun so far. Episode 3 is coming soon. I've recently posted reviews for The Meg, The Death of Superman, Christopher Robin, Mission Impossible Fallout, among others. An NFL prediction video is on the way. Happy Time Murders on the way. My top 5 favorite movies of summer on the way. So like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits. Peace.